All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you. All right. So let's get the loud and clears out of the way, and then we'll start the show. Yeah, Johnny 308. I don't think anybody, not that anybody, I don't want to say that, sorry. I don't think a lot of people trust the medical field anymore. Joe FW, Elaine, Ozark Prepper, Kevin, thank you for the 5x5. Maria, thank you for the 5x5. Biteable Jeep Girl, Loretta, thank you for the 5x5. Countess, Emily, Carrie, Dobie, Sassy, Beef and Chicken, thank you for the 5x5. Nanny, Rhonda, Janine, Crow, Adriana, Steve, Palmetto, thank you for the 5x5. Rick, what's going on? So, sci-fi. There is an alien video that I'm going to talk about. I didn't get to see it. Well, actually, I did. I got to see a clip of it. Sorry. Let me walk that back. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Let me get this out of the way real quick. Sergeant, thank you to 5x5. Carlos, Mad Cow, thank you to 5x5. Mabel, sorry, thank you for the 5x5. All right, guys. Maverick and Randy, thank you for the 5x5. So, there was another video, but this was in Brazil, of 10-foot tall aliens seemingly walking on what looked like a hillside, the top of a hillside, and this was in, obviously, in the rural areas. They always happen in rural areas. Why not? Never in populated areas, other than what happened in Miami, or what was perceived to be an alien event in Miami. Some people say it was alien. Some people said it was like a multiverse kind of deal. Who the fuck knows? Nonetheless, I'm still intrigued by the Miami incident as well. So that was about as new as it got. And then if you look on Reddit, there's always these new video footages of some kind of alien encounter. So and not like not first contact encounters, but ships and shit flying in the air and cloaking and things like that. So there's a lot going on in that field. A lot of people seem to think that they're trying to brainwash us into being used to it, so that when it happens, they use Project Bluebeam rather, and it happens, they could blame aliens for something that does not exist. There's also that. Though there is an abundance of evidence that aliens do exist. And it's been around, the evidence has been around well before modern society. Go figure. Gary, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it as always. So, guys, whether you believe in aliens or not, the only way we're going to know is if something actually happens. And not sightings, but like an actual attack. I mean, other than that, I'll take that shit with a grain of salt. I do believe, that they're aliens. I do believe that there's aliens, but I don't know. It's one of those discussions that's like for another video. So, with that, guys, tonight we're going to talk a little more about what I talked about earlier today in my video about the whole heart inflammation, or rather the heart failure pandemic, right? A few doctors, or rather a lot of doctors, seem to think that there's going to be this onslaught of heart failures, heart inflammation, heart disease, and heart-related issues popping up in the near future. So I didn't want to get into it in the videos. I can get into it here, where I can dive a little deeper into what is causing this possible phenomenon. Now, they're not sure that this is going to happen 100%, but they have seen an uptick in a lot of heart-related issues around the world. So keep that in mind, that a lot of us purebloods don't have much to worry about. But there are a lot of other people that have a lot to worry about. So, in essence, a lot of those people are going to be screwed, if you will. So we shall see where that goes in regards to those people being screwed. But the possibility of things popping up or ailments popping up, there are definitely signs. Now, before I get into what they're actually blaming for this new phenomenon headed our way, they're actually saying trying to get away from it being the arm ticket. They're no longer trying to blame the arm ticket. And not that they're trying to blame it, they're trying to get us away from thinking it's the arm ticket. Even Epic Times, who was reporting it, or Epoch Times, however you're saying it, I have my reservations about them because there were a couple articles that they went about, and even they, who used to be about free speech, I see an agenda there, and I don't like it. So I'm before I make my final analysis on Epic Times, I'm going to let them do what they do and keep reporting what they're reporting and see what direction they're going to go in. Nonetheless, when they reported this article, not supposedly, but according to research, they are stating that it is Mr. 19 itself. In fact, it is the new variant called the JN1. They're saying that variant is causing issues in the heart or cardiac issues. To be exact, it's decreasing the function of the heart. This new Mr. 19 that's out and about. This one that is dominating the world, as they like to say. Because every year there's a new Mr. 19 dominating something. Go figure, right? They do this, I'm pretty sure, to keep us on our toes, to keep the population scared. And this very well could be a thing. Every year there's going to be a new variant. Every year, just like there is with the flu. You don't see them reporting the flu this hard. But of course, they have to report Mr. 19 this hard. And every new Mr. 19 edition that comes out, they have to report it. So, and not that there's a problem, guys. I mean, we're not surprised. I don't think any of us are surprised. This is going to be an ongoing thing for a very long time. They're going to come up with some new mumbo jumbo. They're going to tell us it's this, it's that, but they're going to completely omit the fact that it's absolutely the arm ticket. Now, before the JN1 edition came around, people were having all sorts of different types of cardiac issues. There were cardiac issues left and right before this new edition came out, this new Mr. 19 edition came out. And a lot of people coincided that with the arm ticket, because people were, without a doubt, taking the arm ticket and within a couple of days to a week or two later experiencing some kind of discomfort and or full-on heart attacks after taking the arm ticket. So now, we've been noticing that. A lot of us noticed that. A lot of us know people personally that has experienced some kind of malfunction of the heart. And there's other things that go along with the arm ticket, but we're gonna target the heart tonight. So with that, guys, they're trying to get away from blaming the arm ticket, and they're throwing everything they possibly can to divert us and our attention away from the arm ticket and focusing on this new Mr. 19 edition that's supposedly causing a lot of problems in the heart. And not a lot of problems, just decreasing its function, which in one study, they seem to think that if people keep getting exposed to this one edition of Mr. 19, that it can absolutely damage the heart dramatically enough to kill you in the long short of it. Now, mad cow, right. All of these things mutate every year. But a lot of mutations seemingly stay the same and or die off. But this one, the JN1, they're curious about it, as they put it, because it's mutating for the worse and evading, as they put it again, it's evading the arm ticket and the immune system. and that people are going to get sick regardless, whether they're protected or not. They're going to get infected and affected the same. But when it comes to the new Mr. 19 edition, that is, like they said, evading the immune system and the arm ticket, they still want you to get the arm ticket. It's amazing. It is absolutely, utterly amazing that even though they are admitting that that the arm ticket is not going to do well against it, they still want you to take it. And people are like, yeah, I think I should. Why not? What could it hurt? Well, when your fucking liver and kidneys fucking go to shit, it's going to hurt. I mean, listen, the guy, I can't get over the fact that actor, 42 years old, or what was it, Aiden Canto, passed away at 42 years old with appendix cancer. And they said it's rare. And it's crazy that a lot of people are getting a lot of rare cancers. Not a little bit, not a few, a lot. In fact, even John Hopkins has again reported a significant increase in cancers. Now, I couldn't find anywhere that said 300%, but they said significant increase. And then there are other websites that say 300% increase. And that was last year, the year before, in cancers. So go fucking figure. Anyway, as they are saying now that it is the Mr. 19, post Mr. 19, that's causing or possibly could cause heart failure pandemics. And this was Japanese researchers. After contracting Mr. 19, patients may have a higher risk of heart failure from persistent viral infections in their hearts, even without developing notable heart disease, according to the study results announced by Japanese researchers December 23rd. The team included researchers from Riken, Japan's largest scientific institute, pointed out the possibility of a heart failure pandemic in the near future and stressing the needs for countermeasures. Countermeasures. I know what countermeasures they could fucking take. Stop having people take the bullshit. Done. Coronavirus infections occur when producing spike proteins on the surface of the Mr. 19 latches to the ACE2 receptors on the surface of the human cells. According to the team, the ACE2's receptors is very common in the heart and other organs. Some Mr. 19 patients have reportedly had reduced cardiac functions, but details are yet not known. So they don't know what the depth of the reduced cardiac function is. Research teams first created heart tissues using induced, I am not going to play myself, pluripotent stems, IPS, cells. When a large amount of the virus was made to infect the tissue, cardiac function declined and did not recover. When the 10% of the previous amount infected the tissue, a certain level of cardiac functions remained, but the infection persisted for 4 weeks. Researchers say it's possible that some patients won't develop any heart issues even if the infection persists. So this is not for everybody. Again, this was Japanese researchers, and I found interesting that Japanese researchers have been going all in on these researches. They've been sitting there researching everything from Mr. 19, the arm ticket, how the arm ticket reacts on different levels with different medications. They've been going like pretty headstrong with the research. So I think it's the shirt fits me. All right, so so that's one thing I found very interesting, that they've been going all in. Now, there are a lot of studies coming out of Japan, and they're sort of Not all over the place, but they've been releasing so many research and studies that they seem like they're all over the place. But they probably have like 1,000 scientists fucking just dipping and diving in different research categories as to what they want to focus on. There's a lot of groups out there that are curious about whether or not the arm ticket's going to cause long-term effects. And of course, there's scientific teams out there now researching the arm ticket and its long-term effects. Now, of course, guys, a lot of those studies we're not going to know in the next 5 years. So we're going to see studies come out 5 years on this. We're going to see studies come out 10 years, 15, and 20, and so on. Especially for those people that keep getting juiced up every 6 months to a year. There's some people that are on their 8th or 9th booster. Morons is all I could say. So the title of this is Cardiovascular Deaths Saw Steep Rise in the U.S. During First Year of Mr. 19 Pandemic. Of course it did. Now, I am not saying too, guys, I do believe that Mr. 19 could have an effect on the heart. Absolutely. I'm not going to sit there and completely discount it. But there were also a lot of people having a lot of heart issues after the arm ticket came out as well. So, yeah, go figure that. So, the first year of Mr. 19 saw a steep rise in cardiovascular disease deaths in the United States, with especially high mortality rates for Asian, Black, and Hispanic people. It's always the same three groups that are affected. It's always the Asians, the Blacks, and the Hispanics. Always. In these research, as if they're trying to tell us something. Anyway, according to new statistic reports from the American Heart Association, which is a fraud of an association, but don't let me get started on their bullshit. Cardiovascular disease-related deaths jumped from 874,000 in 2019 to 928,000 in 2020. The largest single-year increase since 2015, according to the 2023 update to the American Heart Association Heart Disease and Stroke Statistics, which was published Wednesday last week in circulation. The number of deaths surpassed the previous high of 910,000 in 2003. There was a jump in 2003. Cardiovascular disease include heart disease, stroke, heart failure, hypertension, and or high blood pressure. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the United States and globally. In 2020, Mr. 19 also appeared among the leading cause of deaths in the United States. What may even be more telling is that our age-adjusted mortality rate increased for the first time in many years, and by a fairly substantial 4.6%. One of the writing nerd committees, Dr. Connie W. Tabasco. Pretty sure I said that wrong. So, sorry. In the news release. So is an assistant professor of medicine of Harvard. Yeah. Eat my ass. All right. The age-adjusted mortality rate takes into consideration that the total population may have more older adults from one year to another, in which case you might expect higher rates of death among older people, she said. So even though our total number of deaths have been slowly increasing over the past decades, we have seen a decline each year in our age-adjusted rates until 2020. The reversal was not surprised in light of a tremendous impact that Mr. 19 had on people of all ages, especially before, and here it goes the bullshit, especially before the arm tickets were available to slow the spread. Anyway, the Asian, Black, and Hispanic communities saw the largest increase in cardiovascular-related deaths. Now, when it comes to Black and Spanish, here's the problem with those two groups alone. They have the shittiest diets on the planet here in the United States. The Black and Spanish community is inherently bad with their diets. I'm not sure. I mean, Asians here in the United States, they definitely have a bad diet as well from the shit they eat. But black and Spanish specifically, it's why you always hear this bullshit. High blood pressure, diabetes is genetics. It's not so much as genetics as it is the diet that's genetic. If you guys drink Kool-Aid and white bread as a snack every day for the next 3 or 4 generations, of course it's going to appear to be genetic, but it isn't. It is the diet that's being passed down from generation to generation, which appears to be genetic. When in fact it's not. It's the diet itself. Anyway, so guys, of course they had to stick that little part in there, especially before the arm tickets were available to slow the spread. The arm tickets didn't slow the spread. It was like a wildfire burning through dried up trees until it got to its stronger, more nutrient trees and slows down. Right? Or it burns all the trees down, and then there's nothing else to burn because you got through all of the bullshit. The old people and the weak were that. And after that nonsense went through, the arm ticket comes out and start, because in fact, and I hate that they skipped this part, the Mr. 19 deaths were starting to come down and reduce itself before the arm ticket came out. And right before, when was it, December? Around November of, 2020? Before the arm ticket was reduced, the number of deaths were coming down. But now they like to sit there and say, oh, well, the arm ticket stopped it. Bullshit. It was actually in the, it was called the World Records or some shit like that about Mr. 19. The deaths were dropping down, and the death rate started dropping down in 2020 as of October. So by October of 2020, the death rate started slowing down, and they were reporting it was slowing down. All of a sudden, the arm ticket comes out, and it was the arm ticket's reason. The arm ticket was the reason why the deaths came down, when in fact that wasn't so. The arm ticket spread through what it spread. I mean, Mr. 19 spread through what it spread through, and killed all the weak, pretty much. It's like with any disease or bacteria or outbreak we've ever had, it burned through the weak, killed them, and started slowing down. It wasn't for precaution or anything like that. It just burned through the people it needed to burn through before it started slowing itself down. So, nice try, fucko. So, the AARP article that I was talking about in the video that I didn't get into, it was a question in the AARP article, obviously like a Dear Abby, and the question is, I am up to 5 Mr. 19 shots or arm tickets. Should I really be signing up for another one now? The respondent from AARP goes, or the writer of the article goes, yes, if you didn't get a arm ticket this fall, you need to hustle and catch up. Easy fix. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. And yes, I saw about Strahan's daughter and brain cancer. Again, guys, we're seeing an increase in cancers all over the place. So, go figure. We're going to see way more this year. We're going to see sudden bouts of it. And then we're going to see people just passing away, waking up dead. We're going to see a lot more of that this year. That I can promise. That's not, and the thing is, it's not a scare tactic. We're seeing the pattern unfold now. And for those of you that took the arm ticket, there are a lot of detoxing, but the problem with the detoxing is that the arm ticket itself had a coded DNA structure in it. This coded DNA binded itself to your DNA. It is pretty hard to detox in that sense. But there are a lot of places out there that are sharing this detox protocol. And if you can find it, try it. I mean, it at this point, it can't hurt. I can't see people croaking for it. But whatever. So, guys, if you don't mind, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever floats your boat. It's all the same. It's all the same. It just helps out with your algorithm and the whole bullshit. You know how it goes. It's the same song and dance. Man, I was super tired, man. I was a few fucking winks away from canceling this live stream. I'm just destroyed. Last night wasn't a great night, but I was just tired, and I've been having this problem sleeping since I did my my fast. After I did my 86-hour fast, I have such a horrible time sleeping now. So I'm hoping after the Angry Truth tonight, I'm gonna take a sleep pill, not a sleeping pill, but like a valerian root or something, and then hopefully that helps me going to sleep. But ever since I did that fast, man, I've been having a horrible time going to sleep. So, if it has something to do with it, it sucks. Anyway, on with this article. Because, of course, guys, they want you to hustle up and catch up to get your new, fresh Mr. 19 arm ticket. Whatever. Someone said, I'm unvaccinated, but I'm still retarded. Fair enough. So am I. Lack of pizza. Yeah, valerian root is the way. I don't like melatonin. Melatonin makes me feel like shit. If I have to take it, I will. But I have to take it like hours before I go to sleep. So that by the time I wake up, I'm less groggy. And it takes forever to work out of your system. At least it takes forever to work out of my system. But anyway, sorry, let me get back to this. So, for starters, it's likely been a while since your last arm ticket. The previous boosters were released more than a year ago, and it is time. And in that time, the immunity you got from it has waned off, leaving you more vulnerable than ever to getting sick if you catch Mr. 19. Look how they're drumming this up. They're like really beating this drum with this shit. Penny, I do take ashwagandha too, except for I don't think I have any ashwagandha. I think I ran out. And Mackenzie, I do take ZMA. That has magnesium and zinc in it as well. I do take that. I will probably be taking that tonight as well. Anyway, the new arm ticket also targets more recent versions of the virus. The previous arm ticket took on variants that were causing infections last year. What's more, health experts predict that Mr. 19 will continue to circulate throughout the winter, along with flu, RSV, and other viruses that send hundreds, if not thousands, of older people to the hospital each year. The drumming up of this shit it's annoying. It's stupid, but it's also not for us. I have to keep that in mind. This heads up, if you will. This, yes, go catch up and catch up on your arm tickets. This is not for us. This is not for the purebloods. This is for the simpletons who went and got it in the first place. There were a lot of simpletons who are not getting it anymore. Nonetheless, you are still a simpleton for taking it in the first place. For believing the very government that lies to you about everything. Brian, I just got black seed oil in pill form. I just got it yesterday. I think it's over there somewhere. I'm going to start taking that. Should I take that to sleep or no? Anyway, and yes, every time someone tells me I had to take it, I look at them and I tell them, you did not have to take it. That's the one argument I will not back down from. You did not have to take it. It was simple. There was no reason for anyone to take it. and everyone would have backed down at the same time, you would have not lost your job. Like, not at all. Know what? Anyway. Um, okay. All right. My son's mother's telling me don't take it not for sleep, for daily immune and health support. All right. Thank you for the heads up, cutie pie. Appreciate it. But and then someone says I hate peer pressure. So listen, guys. Here's the deal, real quick, before I finish this off. But I don't, and me. This is because of my father and my mother. Peer pressure was never a thing. They had always raised us, my brother, my sister, and myself. They have always raised us to not partake in peer pressure, to not give a shit about people pressuring you into whatever it is. It is why we never smoked weed, or at least I never smoked weed. I never did drugs. And I never thought I had to drink to fit in. I never did any of that shit to fit in. That was never who I was. And I tell my kids today that you don't need to do that too to fit in. If you have to drink, do drugs, or take an armed ticket to fit in, you're part of the problem. You're also part of the problem. And those are not your friends. And for every last one of us, guys, who had friends that told us to take the armed ticket, they were not our friends. They were people who wanted us to fit in to be like them so that they weren't alone in their stupid endeavor of stupidity. That is why they did what they did. And that is why they were trying to coerce a lot of us to take it. Not because they thought we were going to infect the world and kill off a mass group of people. Because they wanted us to be as stupid as they were. And so they weren't sitting in Stupidville by themselves. Now, I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that I'm a leader. I'm not saying that at all either. I'm just saying I do not follow the crowd. I stand in the middle of a crowd and walk against the crowd. I've done it my entire life. And yes, I've caught shit for it, flack for it, the whole 9 yards. But that is one thing that is never going to change. But yeah, guys, you have to stand alone sometimes, and you have to stand alone in the cold or in the dark if you're going to make a difference, especially in something like this, where this thing made a difference for a lot of us, because a lot of us lost our jobs, a lot of us were told, lost friends, a lot of us lost family members, a lot of us were kicked out of families or family events and outings because of this shit. You have to stand alone, then you stand alone. Whatever storm that this created was going to blow over. And I understood that, and I know a lot of you understood that. Though it's probably hard for a lot of us to deal with that, it wasn't hard for me. I had no problem telling people to kiss my dick. Like zero. None at all. I didn't mind being alone in this case. Of course, when everybody bent the knee and went and got it, a lot of us probably felt like, shit, man, where the fuck did everybody go? When everybody was standing there making a stand against it as well. But I find it interesting, guys, that everybody wants you to try to fit in. Don't be weird. You know, why can't you be like everybody else? Because I'm fucking not. That's why. Because I'm not a fucking herb. I don't fucking suck a dick to fit in. And that's what most people do in their day-to-day life. They suck dick just to fit in. They wear a dress just to fit in. I don't do that. And I never will have to. And a lot of people, you know, said that you could have went about this a different way. What was the different way? There was no different way. This is the different way to handle it. Now, a lot of these guys and women who took the arm ticket, you guys have to look yourself in the mirror because you fell for some bullshit. And I know a lot of people, I know a couple of people, not a lot. I know a couple of people that said they felt stupid for taking it. But such is life. Some of us know to fucking draw the line in the sand, and when that line in the sand was crossed, we knew what we had to do next. But that is, guys, what, if this is to happen again, I already know who's going to stand their ground. And for a lot of us who are still purebloods, we are the ones who are going to stand our ground if this happens again. Now, I wholeheartedly see this happening again in our lifetime. I thought I wouldn't, and I remember, and I've said this before, I don't think this is going to happen again. I wholeheartedly see this happen again. I absolutely do. I definitely see something else rearing its ugly head, and then I see us having to do this dance all the fuck over again. Because people are going to fall for it yet again. Because they're going to be convinced that the next, whatever it is that happened, is going to be so worse, you're going to be guilted into taking the next one. Absolutely. And a lot of us will not comply. That's what it comes down to. We will be okay. Though, hard times are definitely headed our way. Whether you believe in the Bible or not, it's irrelevant. What's coming our way, guys, is nothing short of biblical tellings. There's a lot of fucked up shit that's going to happen. That's going to be headed our way. So brace yourself because it's going to get ugly. Now, I'm not saying that there's going to be a nuclear war. I'm not saying that there's going to be civil war here in the United States very soon. I'm not saying any of that shit. I'm just saying that there's going to be a lot of fucked up shit that's going to be headed our way that we need to prepare for. That's all. And whether you believe in the Bible or not, it's irrelevant. Whether you believe in Jesus or not is irrelevant. Because he believes in you, and what happens next and what you do next is going to be very, very important on how you succeed moving forward. Anyway, with that, let me finish this AARP annoying letter, whatever the fuck it is. One thing that we learned over the past 3.5 years is that the Mr. 19 isn't a seasonal virus like the flu. It is constant. And as immunity wanes in the population, we're going to continue to see increased numbers of infections and associated increase in hospitalization and deaths. Yeah, okay. They seriously can eat a big dick. I mean, I don't know where they're going with this bullshit and trying to convince us that we need this because it's going to be constant. You know what's not going to be constant? Us getting sick, because a lot of us are going to do the right thing and take care of ourselves. Especially now that a lot of us are older. A lot of us are touching fucking 40 or older, sorry. We're going to be taking care of ourselves and eating better. Because it comes down to a lot of shit, guys, from your diet. Your diet, your lifestyle, what you do. Sleep is the most important thing that's going to help you with your immune system. Guys, you could build your immune system, you could strengthen it, you could boost it, you could do whatever you want to do with your immune system. If you're getting shitty sleep, all of that shit you're doing for your immune system is moot. It doesn't fucking matter. Debbie, your comments are showing up. I see it. But sleep is the most important. Sleep cleans the brain. I think that a lot of people, because I did a fasting protocol, I said 86 hours. I did a before and after picture, and I saw a huge difference in the before and after. I saw a huge difference in energy. My energy is like top notch right now. I'm doing a 24-hour fast. I won't eat till I think 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. Doing a 24-hour fast. I'm going to eat for another day or two, and then I'm going to do another 86-hour fast before I go to Vegas. Debbie, yes, millions have died suddenly. You're going to see a lot more people die suddenly in this year. You're actually going to see a lot more celebrities die this year. You shall see. It's going to happen, and people are going to be like, oh shit. And celebrities are going to start putting this shit together. And a lot of celebrities who believed in this bullshit are going to be like, oh shit, am I next? Am I going to be next? Am I going to wake up dead too? Yeah, Vincent Boogaloo, intermittent fasting is the shit. Intermittent fasting is the shit. It is. 14, 18 hours. 24 hours is considered a long fast. Then the 14 and 18 hour is intermittent fasting. And then there's the water fast, or there's a couple other fasts out there that are just good for the body. And I swear by it. After doing it one time, I'm completely hooked on it. So I'll be doing another 86-hour fast, and then I'll be probably doing that once a month. Possibly. We'll see. So anyway, guys, according to AARP, going forward, the arm ticket could become an annual shot. It already is, like the influenza shot. Researchers had even worked on a combo, listen to this, a combo Mr. 19 flu vaccine. So a few years from now, this could be a one and done, according to Rachel Nina. Now, again, guys, with the combo arm ticket coming out, that should be fucking fun and interesting to watch people take this and get violently sick. Now, supposedly, they had a combo shot coming out 2023, sometime last year. They had a combo shot coming out sometime last year. And it didn't come out for whatever reason. And I know the reason. It was making people sick. There was a rumor going around that they were releasing it and they were doing a test run on it. And people were getting, not violently sick, but they were getting sick. And then you didn't hear anything about it. But AARP mentions it again, and then of course they go, in a few years, you'll see it. They were trying to rush this combo shot out for last year. I think they were in testing phase. People got sick and they shut it down. Now they're saying in a few years. You cannot arm ticket yourself into health. Or you can't arm ticket yourself into health. You cannot arm ticket yourself out of all of this shit that's out there. What you can do is strengthen your immune system yet again. That's all you can do. Eat healthy, eat right, fast, intermittent fast. I keep saying intermittent fast, and you'll be okay. Your body will respond accordingly. Any bullshit headed our way, we'll be fine. You'll be fine. We'll all be fine. Regardless, we're not going to die tomorrow. We're not going to glow in the dark. The ultimate hack is not going to happen 6 weeks from now. We don't know. I know that there are people talking about, a global hack and all this other bullshit and controlling the systems and yada, 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 yada. All right. 2022 went by. We didn't see a major hack. 2023 went by. We didn't see a major hack. Now, we did see hacks here and there, but there wasn't nothing substantial or big that shut down this country like everybody was claiming. The banking system was supposed to collapse 5 years in a row. 5 years in a row, the banking system was supposed to collapse, and it's still here. So, yeah, guys. All we need to do is stay prepared. Let's put the bullshit aside. Take note on what's going on, and that's it. Like that bullshit that's going on in Ecuador. I can't even keep up what's going on anymore, but the shit in Ecuador is out of control. Somebody did bring up the hole that was in Brooklyn the Hasidic Jews in a hole, and apparently in the hole there was mattresses with blood stain on it or stains on it and chairs. Now, what I'm going to say next is possibly going to get me demonetized or kicked off. We'll see. But that specific Hasidic Jewish community likes to dabble with little boys. That's all I'm going to say. That whole tunnel stain mattress shit is going to unleash an investigation that community is not going to be able to recover from when they find out how deep it goes, if in fact they even do it at all. But again, Johnny, thank you for the 15-minute heads up. That community has a lot of shit under their fucking undercover. A lot of shit. I've known guys who lived in that community, who are part of that community, who are Hasids. They told me some fucked up shit. But that being said, that information that I just said came directly from those two guys that I worked with a long time ago in Brooklyn when I was EMS. So again, guys, take that for what it's worth. Believe me, don't believe me, don't care. But if that goes deep, if that investigation goes deep, if that goes far, that is going to fuck that community legitimately in the ass. No pun intended. So it's something to someone said shit on the mattress too. Someone said I shared that sleeping guy with the rats 8 times. That was a fucked up video too. That was a gross fucking video. But he's just trying to figure out what's going on under those covers. Are they eating him? Are they? Is their friend? Is this fucking, is it Ben and he's controlling these rats? Like, what the fuck's going on? No answers. That video provided fucking 18,000 new questions that I had. What was going on with those covers? Was he making out with the rats? Was he making love with them? Who the fuck knows what's going on with them? Nonetheless, guys, it was bad. Yeah, so again, man, if they dive deep in that investigation, that's going to get ugly. And I doubt very much they will, because I doubt that that's a protected group of people here in New York City. But they're very protected, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if I fucking went outside tomorrow and fucking took a bagel to the head, or a fucking lock smeared under my shoes as I slip across the floor or some shit, or fucking yarmulke coming down the frisbee and cutting me across the eye, some shit. I wouldn't be surprised if any of that shit happened, They strangled me out with one of their little fucking curls. Because, like I said, they're very well connected group of people here in New York City. And upstate New York, forget it. They have the governor under their thumb. So, yeah. But, yeah, so, guys, again, all of this taking more arm tickets is to say that we're going to see more people keeling over left and right. Because, again, this and the other thing is this is a highly inflammatory arm ticket. The amount of inflammation in the human body right now because of this one arm ticket is out of control. Out of control. People are experiencing inflammation of different things. Some people are having allergic reactions to foods they never had allergic reactions to. They took the arm ticket, a couple of weeks later, if not a few months, they wind up being allergic to their favorite food, whatever it is. Some people are developing allergies to meat. Now, one guy I know developed allergies to meat, red meat to be specific, and I'm wondering if the arm ticket was responsible for that. We shall wait and see, but I didn't ask him if he was bit. I did ask him if he was bit by a Lone Star tick. He said no, but he could have been bitten by a tick and not realized it, And I go, highly unlikely. I think it was the arm ticket that caused him to have allergies to red meat, and red meat specifically. He can still eat pork and chicken, but he can't eat red meat. It just doesn't sit well in his stomach anymore. So, oh fuck you. Sorry, I was looking at something. All right, so yeah, someone put the. All right, sorry. I saw a response to something. I'm like, that was fast, but whatever. So anyway, guys, we got 9 minutes left. I'm gonna end this on time. Jump right into the Angry Truth channel. We're gonna talk about. It's gonna be more of a continuation of more people passing away and why we're being distracted. So we're going to talk about that a little more and not too long tonight on the Angry Truth. The distractions we're seeing are just that. And the distractions are to keep us distracted from the numerous people that are going to be passing away, with the exception of other things popping off and being masked under this or outside of it, however you want to look at it. But we're definitely going to see a lot more of this shit. We're going to talk about that a little later, and the distractions that we're going to start seeing pop up more, or in the forefront or up front. We're going to start seeing a lot of that pop up, so it'll be a distracted away from what's going on. No, gotta have. I love Hamburger Helper, really do. Sorry, I read that. I'm like, I really love Hamburger Helper. But anyway, we're going to talk about the tsunami of deaths that are coming. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight in the Angry Truth in a little bit. As far as all this shit that's going on, guys, like I was talking about inflammation in the body, a lot of people are developing inflammations because of this shot, and a lot of people are having so many odd, weird breakouts of certain things. Some people can't explain why they can't sleep. There are people who took the arm ticket and they can't sleep. All right. Truthful Troll said, I really regret getting that arm ticket. I know a lot of people do. A lot of people are fucking in Regretville. Sitting in Regretville right now going, shit, man, I shouldn't have did it. I know. We know you shouldn't have did it. You know, but I know that the one thing I sort of understand is that people were tricked and bamboozled. Never trust the government. And here's the other thing. The government trust is out the window. The crazy shit is, government trust is out of the window. The prepper community who doesn't trust the government still went and got the arm ticket. A lot of people in the prepper community still went and got the arm ticket, though they didn't trust the government. How the fuck does that work? I don't trust them, but I think I should take the arm ticket. How the fuck does that work? You don't trust the government. The government's pushing it. The government was taking jobs away. They were talking about taking people's livelihoods away. In other aspects, like if you had a private job or private business, you couldn't work in certain venues if you didn't have the arm ticket. They were talking about having people not go to supermarkets if they didn't have the arm ticket. You couldn't go shopping for other things if you didn't have the arm ticket. And these are the people who said they didn't trust the government, but trusted the government at that very moment. Made no sense. Made zero sense. I was still frustrated. I'm like, how the hell does that work? How do you say fuck the government? The government can't be trusted. But, damn it, they could be right. Now, with that, guys, the government can't be trusted anymore. There's no way you could trust the government after this. Zero. But, of course, some people are going to be suckered, as per usual, because they can't, they can't ignore that. And they're going to see some shit. They're going to see mounting kids and older people get sick and pass away. And they're going to be like, shit, man. They're going to be like, shit, we have to do something. There's so many kids and old people not making it. We're going to have to take that new arm ticket to protect those kids and old people. I guarantee it. And people are going to fall for it yet again. But those of us who stay true to form, it's not going to bother us, not one bit. We're not going to sit there and be like, oh, we should be team players, because they use that bullshit against us, right? You guys got to be a team player. You got to help everybody else. If you get arm ticketed and you get arm ticketed, then you protect more people. I'm like, that's not how it works, like at all. But they were trying to use that arm ticket math that just didn't work. It just didn't, because people still got sick. Whether you had the arm ticket or not, you still got sick, and people didn't die. And they're trying to say, well, it doesn't make it as severe. That's a bullshit, because there is no study out there. No study out there, guys, that states that the arm ticket prevents severity and illness. Not one study. Nothing has been proven. I've been looking it up periodically to see if any new studies came out, and not one study was fortified in saying that the arm ticket reduces the severity of Mr. 19. Not one. But people keep pushing it because they're lying about it. They want to lie about it. They have to lie about it because they need to make money. They need more people to be on board so that they can depopulate the rest of us and leave those of us fighting the robots in the near future. That's what's going to happen. The rest of us who don't take the arm ticket, we're going to survive the robot apocalypse. We're going to fight them. Some of us are going to die off fighting them. And then we're going to live in a utopia of robotless, arm ticketless, no government, no politicians, society. And it's going to be a small group of us left because the rest of the other people died from the arm ticket or died in the robot wars. You choose. Yes, and AI. Because AI, we're going to be battling AI as well. And to battle AI, we're going to have to put on our Google goggles or Apple goggles to go into the system, like in the Matrix, and fight AI using what? Kung Fu. And then we'll win. At least that's in a warped sense of, my warped sense of reality. But yeah, that's how it's going to work out for us. People are like, oh shit, man. You guys survived the arm ticket epidemic and the heart failure epidemic to fight robots in the future, to go into the internet to fight AI with Kung Fu. And then we live happily ever after. Whatever. Sounds legit, right? Sounds reasonable. No, it doesn't. But anyway. Optimus Prime. Yeah, I guess. AI and Flat Earth. And then we're going to have to fight the Flat Earthers after we fight the AI and robots. Then we're going to have to fight the Flat Earthers and their bullshit. Fly them into space for a one-way ticket to space, showing the last thing they see is a fucking globe. Oh my god, I was wrong. And then they run out of oxygen and some shit. But I'm not advocating for it. I'm just saying at that point in time, with all the fighting we had to do, that's the last thing I want to do. Deal with Flat Earthers, just shoot them into space. Let them see the planet for what it is. And as they run out of air, they can only say, holy shit, they were right. Everybody's Kung Fu fighting. Yeah, Kung Flu fighting. Yeah, that's what they want you to do. They want you to Kung Flu fight and take the RSV. Take the RSV arm ticket, the flu arm ticket, the Mr. 19 arm ticket. They're going to have the itchy left nipple arm ticket. Your dick's about to fall off? Take this arm ticket. You're fucking shitting bricks? Take this arm ticket. You're having repetitive dreams of Rosie O'Donnell naked? Take this arm ticket. They got an arm ticket for everything, guys. Your leg is twitching in the middle of the night at 12:01 on the diet every night? We have an arm ticket for that too. If your leg is twitching at 12:05 at night, we got an arm ticket for that. And you do a combo shot to fucking counteract that leg twitching that you might have at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because we got an arm ticket for that too. We're going to arm ticket society out of every ailment we possibly can, and you just cannot do that. They are, guys, believe it or not, currently working on a common cold arm ticket. I do not know how that's going to work, considering that the common cold is just an infection in the body that's dealing with a minor infection of some kind. And that's how your body responds to it. Your body having a common cold, could it be responding to RSV? Could it be responding to the flu? Could it be responding to Mr. 19? That's what a common cold is. It's not like a specific germ. It's you fighting off something. But nonetheless, they're coming out with a common cold arm ticket. This should be fucking funny. Or fun, rather, not funny. Yeah, Brian, we might as well throw Godzilla into that after we fight off the Flat Earthers and get rid of them. Godzilla falls out of a portal and we start battling him. Or kaijus, if you will. Different kinds of Godzillas. But anyway, guys, it is 10 o'clock. I am going off the air. I will see a lot of you guys on the Angry Truth channel in about 30 seconds. Good night. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. And I will see you guys later.